The distance between Greenwood, Delaware, population 921, and El Dorado, Arkansas, population 19,605, is 1,217 miles. I know them well. In 1966, when I was 8 years old, my family moved from Greenwood, a relatively cloistered Mennonite farming community in central Delaware, to El Dorado, a once thriving oil boom town in South Arkansas, 15 miles from Louisiana. By the mid-60s, oil wells that had gushed in the 1920s had ebbed to a slower flow, and the population of El Dorado had fallen by half. Most people in town made chemicals for Monsanto, or processed chickens for Tyson, or made paper for Georgia Pacific. When the wind blew in from the southwest, El Dorado smelled like, well, El Dorado. You can imagine, or maybe you can't. For the most part, El Dorado in the late 60s and early 70s showcased the least attractive features of the Deep South: robust racism and scant gentility. The schools weren't integrated until I entered the 9th grade, and they did so then by court order. Relatively few of the students who graduated from El Dorado High School went on to college. For those who did, the big achievement was a scholarship to the University of Arkansas for football or basketball if you were a boy, or for music if you were a girl. If I had stayed in Arkansas for college, I probably would have gone to the University of Arkansas on a music scholarship. Though I was quite the strapping young man at the time, Mennonite food can pack on the pounds quite quickly, my parents didn't allow me to play football. It's too competitive and too violent, they said, not an appropriate part of a pacifist lifestyle. My own guess is that my parents were afraid that I would excel at football. Who knows? I might have eventually become a Unitarian Universalist version of Tim Tebow. Hard to imagine. If you drive from Greenwood to El Dorado, which our family of 5 did at least twice a year, nearly half of the journey takes place in the state of Tennessee. Seemingly endless stretches of Interstate 81 and then Interstate 40 link Kingston on the eastern border of the state to Knoxville, then Nashville, and finally Memphis on the western border. The only things for us to anticipate were the orange roofs of Howard Johnson, where we usually stopped at least once a trip for fried clam strips and pistachio ice cream. I still love fried clam strips and pistachio ice cream, though I confess that Howard Johnson is no longer my favorite purveyor. Just before you leave Tennessee, as you approach the mighty Mississippi River separating Tennessee from Arkansas, you pass over Beale Street in Memphis, home of the blues. As a young man, B.B. King was known as the Beale Street Blues Boy. Somehow it seems right to enter Arkansas with a blues tune on your lips. Maybe Every Day I Have the Blues by B.B. King himself, or When the Levee Breaks by Memphis Minnie, another Beale Street legend. If entering Arkansas doesn't give you the blues, you're not paying attention. The state perennially flounders at or near the bottom of U.S. state rankings, second lowest state in income, third worst state in health, third worst state to be a woman. When I was a student in Arkansas, the state also ranked dead last in education. In other words, Arkansas is the kind of state where you can feel trapped if you're born there and unlucky if you land there. For my part, I headed back north when I turned 17. I returned for visits until my parents also moved north 15 years ago. I haven't been back since. Here's the irony. As you cross the Mississippi River from Tennessee into Arkansas, a bold red sign proclaims, "Welcome to Arkansas, land of opportunity." Counterintuitive as it may seem, that's the state motto of Arkansas. Land of opportunity. Yet, if opportunity is the difference between what is present and what is possible, then the motto rings true. If your state ranks first in the nation in K-12 education, as Maryland currently does, according to Education Week magazine, then your opportunity for further advancement seems quite limited. If, however, your state ranks 50th in K-12 education, as Arkansas did when I attended school there, then your opportunity to advance is second to none. Indeed, the land of opportunity climbed in K-12 ranking in education from 50th in 1966 to 5th today. Opportunity is the difference between what is present and what is possible. The original meaning of the word opportunity may surprise you. It comes from a Latin term referring to the wind when it is blowing toward a port. The wind ob portum veniens. It's coming toward a port. It's an opportune wind, we say, a favorable wind, an opportunity to come safely into port. Once in a while, Arkansas proved to be a land of opportunity for me in this sense, too. My dad would hitch our pop-up camping trailer to the car, and we'd drive north 5 hours into the Ozark Mountains of northern Arkansas. Little Switzerland, the area is called. I don't remember exactly what we did there, but I know it felt like a haven, a place where none of us felt like a misfit, or at least I didn't. It was an opportunity, a coming safely into port, a haven.